Chapter 1: Motivations, Preparations, and Conditions for Entering Teaching. When you choose a career in teaching, you have to look at what motivates you, what challenges are you going to face, what opportunities are available, and many want to know, what am I going to be paid for my work? So motivation for choosing teaching. There are many different reasons of why you may want to become a teacher or think that you want to be in a field of teaching. What are some of the reasons that you have? 90% of incoming teachers state that their motivation is to help children grow and learn. Other reasons can consist of it seems to be a challenging field, they've been inspired by a favorite teacher that they've had in the past, or a sense of vocation and honor of teaching. With every career, there becomes challenges. One of the biggest challenges in teaching is teaching with diversity. Today, the minority students have increased to 75%, and in some areas 90%, whereas only 10% of teacher increase in African American and Hispanic teachers. So what are some of the ways that a teacher can create an inviting classroom and produce successful students? The next thing to look at is your opportunities and your pay. Analysts believe that in the next decade, 1 million new teachers will be needed. The reasons range from the current teachers are hitting retirement age, the educational reforms are reducing class sizes and putting a larger emphasis on preschool, and new charter schools are being established. However, on the other hand, they say a shortage may happen due to large urban districts and fields such as math and science. It will also say that the improved salaries that are coming will bring back trained professionals that have left the workforce previously. This map shows the highest to the lowest annual average pay across the United States. If you look at Oregon, they're in the dark blue, meaning that we are one of the highest paid states for teaching. The average salary is $61,000 to $77,000 a year. For prospective teachers, you must pass a basic skills test. This examines teachers' basic skills in reading, writing, and mathematics. The test can be re-administered to teachers who score low on basic skills test. Many states now have a requirement of the minimum passing grade in order to receive your teaching license. All or nearly all teachers must also be able to demonstrate that they can function at least a 7th or 8th grade reading, writing, and math. This varies depending on the grades you teach. For example, if you are teaching 12th grade mathematics, you must be able to pass higher than an 8th grade. The controversies with this basic skills testing was it became nationally prominent in 1998. 30% of the candidates failed the reading and writing portion, and 63% failed the mathematics. This established more of a real-world focus rather than ability testing. The criticisms is many opponents believe that existing tests are biased against minorities. Critics also cite that standardized test scores of future teachers correlate poorly with subsequent on-the-job measures of teaching effectiveness. So if a teacher is able to score low in math but are able to teach their 4th grade students what they need, they're saying we need a more focus on the real world experiences. So should basic skills testing be considered for teachers? What do you think are the pros and cons of basic skill testing? Job satisfaction and dissatisfaction. In 1984, only 40% of teachers were satisfied. In recent years, 80% claimed to be satisfied. So what do the 20% who claim to be dissatisfied want to see change? So some of the dissatisfactions are insufficient time for counseling students, planning lessons, or other instructional functions. Complaints about higher authorities include ambiguous expectations, unresponsive administration, obligations to participate in staff development. They also believe that they have inadequate salaries, which if we look back at the map, you would see many states make anywhere between $35,000 to $50,000 a year. They also say that there's lack of supplies. Today there's a heavy focus on technology, and that is not welcome in every area. There's also extensive paperwork and record keeping, and low-level tests are as part of the response to No Child Left Behind Act. So stress caused by the job. The introduction to standardized tests carry high stakes for whether students pass or fail. Many of the teachers feel pressure to improve their test scores rather than focusing on materials in class. Elementary and secondary teachers have become more stressful in recent years. Schools now are offering workshops on coping techniques and other stress reductions and time organizations. So what can a school do to reduce the stress and dissatisfaction amongst their teachers to create a more productive work environment? Efforts to improve teacher qualifications and functioning. The No Child Left Behind Act, evaluating current and future students based on student achievements, the Race to the Top, Excellent Educators for All initiative, Council and the Acceleration of Educator Preparation. So the No Child Left Behind Act was created in 2001. It's to provide equal educational opportunities. In 2004, the U.S. Department of Education created requirements for both highly qualified teachers and expectations for students. These requirements include a teacher must have a bachelor's degree, full state certification and licensure, and defined by the state, demonstrated competency as defined by the state in each core academic subject he or she teaches. The Excellent Educators for All initiative. Excellent Educators for All initiative intended to support states and school districts in efforts to bolster teacher quality. The three major components were to create a new comprehensive educator equality plan to ensure every student has effective educators, establish a support network to help share practices and provide communities to discuss the challenges or lessons they've learned, and the educator equality profiles designed to publish profiles that help identify gaps in access to quality teachers for low-income and minority students. Race to the Top is a federal program that was established between 2009 and 2015 to provide competitive grants to support educational innovations and reforms in states and districts. It used the value-added measures, but VAM did not provide valid data useful in making decisions about teacher effectiveness. Most districts' teachers are still categorized in terms allowing only satisfactory or unsatisfactory teachers. It was eliminated in 2015 due to many dissatisfactions regarding the requirements and policies. Council for the Acceleration of Educator Preparation was formed in 2013 by the National Council of Acceleration of Teachers Education and Teachers Education Acceleration Council. It introduced new standards requiring teachers training programs have students with at least a 3.0 GPA and above national average admissions test scores. And that is it for Chapter 1.